Welcome to CATtheMinion YouTube channel. My name is Teresa, but you can call me Cat. This is going to be a card of the day, but instead of cards, I'm going to use my bag of Scrabble tiles here. I did clear and scramble them around already, but I'm going to just get them a little bit more. So this is something that I've been doing for a little bit, and I like the way that it works. And I think I have in the description box that you can add tiles to any reading for $7. I just haven't changed it on my little craptastic website yet. And I haven't made a sample video for it yet. But it's something that I'm gonna finish posting and at some point. So it's on the down low, but it exists. Alright, so I have down here that came off the screen the letter K, or 5, like potassium. Have this one on its end as an A, number 1. So these ones that are face down, which would be like inverted, I have R with a 1 on it. I have a blank tile, which I'm gonna say, I think there might be a couple that have a 0 on them, but for today's purposes, for me this is going to be the Fool, right? Null set 0, the Fool. So we have E, which is a 1, and then we have an O with a 1 on it. I see the word crater in here. These are technically inverted. This isn't a challenge position. This is making me think of the World card, and I don't know why. Probably because it has a big loop on it. The Fool inverted makes me think of retrograde Aquarian energy, which we've just been coming out of. Although Uranus is still retrograde in Aquarius. No, Uranus is still retrograde in Taurus. I did see TOR, which could be sort of like Taurus, but like the donut Taurus, like this. But also Tor made me think of the tower, right? Because a Tor is a tower. Oh, Knights. King Ace. Maybe. Okay. Let me rearrange these. These are, in theory, inverted, but I'm not getting much else besides that. So let me move these around a little bit. Alright, like crater. Like a vessel, or like a craton, which is... A craton, I believe, is the core of a continent, which might have something to do with the world. Krakatoa. Hopefully there won't be any erupting volcanoes, because I was trying to figure out what that king might be, but I really think it's the Knight of Wands. Ooh, Korea. Okay. Maybe somebody's going to Korea. Or Koreatown. An area. Like an area where you are or aren't. Like you aren't going to be able to knock me out. KO knockout. or like I'm okay to go. TikTok. And rent. I feel like I want a couple more tiles. Usually I use these in conjunction with cards. So I have S and T. This makes me think of like tits and ass. But now, look at this. Kiss. Toss. Oh, okay. Tear. Okay, so a tear is like an amount of weight that you're taking off when you're trying to, like, if the container or like a sheet underneath, that's a tear. Like a Celtic cross reading. How do those go now? It's like this. That's how they look. Okay. This. Yeah, okay. Oh. Okay. This is getting a little bit long because this is kind of a strange thing to do as like a one-off. This makes me think about like restaurants and delis and different stores. Stork. There we go, that's what I needed. Okay. Although still, I mean, most people don't know what a stork tastes like. But we still have this 0 over here, this null set. There's something that's unforeseen. But it very much, this makes me think of like a work situation. But there is a background idea of information coming in. If we look at Lenormand, the storks, plural, are something that do the same thing over and over again. Right? They're like, they build the same nest every year in the same place at the same time of year. I mean, you could think of like, oh, a baby coming in. If it tasted the forbidden fruit now. The way that I'm reading this, though, it looks like there's something, like a flavor in the air is changing, right? Somebody's taste is crossing this repetition. Like, I need to change what I'm doing. You know, like, oh, it's in bad taste. No, it's just stale. There might also be something going on with someone's estate. Right, look at the state of things. And I also see torque, which has to do with, like, the tightness. It has to do with, like, movement and fastening. So there's something that's, like, stuck in an old way, stuck in an old pattern. Like, we don't want to introduce new flavors here, but the idea is that there's something that's unseen, that's like the secret ingredient. that's making something, that's about to shift something into being something different than it was before. I feel like this isn't quite done yet. I didn't want this to be super long, but I guess it's going to be long. I just need one more permutation. Also, I'm like seeing a strike, like a work strike or a strike of lightning. Oh, a racket. Stops. A racket stops. So this could, and actually, I mean, this could be like backdoor business, exploitation kind of stuff ending, you know, like the same old shit, different thug. But I see what's shifting here though is like, it could be somebody being taken advantage of in some way, but it's like, like a pressure and like a hopelessness sort of coming to an end. But the metaphor, or quite really, either metaphorically or literally, some kind of flavor is being changed. There's a shift. The flavor here could just be like a certain energy level, like a color or a flavor or a sound. There's something sinister here. You know, it's sort of like, I believe that you have power over me, only, and then you have power over me until I just decide that you don't. It's like, what's the, like, I just took the antidote, that, like, I put a, like, this situation was too salty, I just put a buttload of raw potatoes in it, and now you can't hurt me anymore. Alright, so I'm gonna leave it there, because that's kind of weird and strange and specific. And I think it's strange that it's coming out like this, with this sort of, like, mob undertones, because I just watched Get Shorty. This feels very much like it's tied into seeing that movie. So if you want to get a personal reading, you can get that down there. If you thought this was useful or interesting in some way and you want to donate energy exchange, hit that tip jar. It's PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo. I also, like, I really don't want to say that I'm like looking at some like real, like, organized crime kind of situation, because I don't want anybody coming for me, but just for doing tarot, but, or divination. But it's like, it's something that we know in our media that is a template for other things, right? It could just be like spousal financial abuse or gambling or you know, wicked stepsisters kind of a thing. It doesn't have to be like literally like The Godfather or literally Goodfellas or literally The Departed. It's like a template that's in media that people know about. Okay? But again, it could be up to and including like some kind of literal form of that. Yeah, I still feel really weird about that reading. I've not gotten anything like that from these tiles before. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, check out my playlists tab, my discussion tab, and stay groovy, and we'll see you later. Bye. Everything through my link tree.